What's up, my upper echelonians? We about to go into today, and we about to talk about right now about past performances and how they make you better, and going through the fire and being able to prestige better because you faced better competition before this Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight. This is a fair use video. It is for education and entertainment purposes only. Because remember, iron sharpens iron, and to be great, you have to have a great partner. And I'm going to break all that down for y'all. But like I said, y'all hit my like and subscribe button. And we got to go through with this big fish intro. Y'all know it. Y'all know how we do. Peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all. Upper echelon. We're going to get to it in a second.
Jaws out there. Now you think it's safe. No, Jaws ain't the epitome of greatness. There's something out there much bigger. Yes, you got it. And here comes Superbud. Come through and snatch it up. All is well in the world, right? Or wrong. You forget the Megalodon. Bud might have caught Jaws in the ichthyosaur, a bit. He ain't ready for the Megalodon. And that's the big Spence. The Megalodon. Matter of fact, he ain't even a Megalodon. Errol Spence is the biggest. How can you measure what ain't been measured before? Captain Ahab reaching out fishing. You gonna catch something that you ain't mean to catch right there, because you can't catch the uncatchable, the Leviathan. Earl, the true Spence, strap season, man down, smoking on Bud tour.
Earl, they say you just a basic kung fu or flat-footed fighter. They said Crawford's gonna beat you. Now that you done beat Crawford and destroyed him, what the haters gotta say now, Earl?
You can do it, son. I defeat the real champion.
Where's the stretcher? Somebody sent for us again.
Please, for God's sake. What started out as a joke has turned out to be a disaster.
Creed appears to be in very serious condition.
The men alive.
Crawford's in serious condition. You heard him worse than Kilbrook and Ugas combined.
If he dies, he dies.
Inside the dressing rooms.
Would you care to comment on how you plan to fight?
Terrence Crawford.
What's your strategy?
Don't need any.
Terrence Crawford.
Well, he's stupid. The man comes straight ahead. He's tailor-made for me, and he's gonna get hurt.
What's your prediction for the fight then?
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
All of a sudden, I make that transition to become a man, and then I start sparring with a man that I feel like is a man, and that's Spence. The man hit hard. He hit hard as I've ever hit in my life. The man trained aggressively. I can't look at him slack because I'm gonna be wiped out.
Greatness personified. Pressure busts pipes, and you got to go through the pressure to make a diamond. Cause coal is a weak rock, but once you compress it, and thousands and millions of pounds of pressure compresses it into a diamond, flawless. Look at Errol Spence right here. He's fighting Yadidis Ugas, who was 24-7, Danny Garcia 36-2, Sean Porter, Mikey Garcia, Carlos Ocampo, Lamont Peterson, Kilbrook, Leonard Bundu. These people that he fought before Mikey Garcia was all part of his 11-fight knockout streak. Errol Spence was on an 11-fight knockout streak, and it started with Noli Malanas, and then, you know, he got Ronald Cruz, Emmanuel Larte, 15-0. That was when he was at his 9th fight. No, his 7th fight. His 7th fight, he fight a 15-0 stud. Now let's look at Terrence Crawford, 39-0 with 39 knockouts. And another thing, Errol Spence has 11 less fights than Terrence Crawford, but his opponents have 200 plus more wins. Let that sit back into your cerebellum. Now look at Crawford's his 10-fight win streak. Here we go right there. Avanesian, Porter, Brook, Kavalauskas, Khan, Benavidez Jr., Jeff Hoare. And the list is right there. And none of these was in their prime, except for maybe Igis Kavalauskas and Jeff Hoare, but these are B-class fighters. Then you got Victor Postal. Yeah, he was undefeated, but he has no power. And I'm not going to take nothing away from his 35 and 40 run, but I got it right there for y'all to see. You see the caliber of the people. These people were undefeated, but they were all top-ranked members. And top rank is the best matchmaker. And Briz Prescott, that's his first really serious fight. But look, deep into his career, he's still fighting people like Hardy Perez, was 15 and 10. See, we just looked at Terrence Crawford's resume. We looked at Errol Spence's resume. You really don't see nobody with a name there. And what I'm telling you is, no name really pops out on their resume. And I'm not taking that away from Terrence Crawford because I feel like he has the skills to pay the bills. Terrence Crawford is an extremely athletic fighter. And if Terrence Crawford would have had the chance to have a trainer like Derrick James, he would be one of the all-time best. I know, because he would have been able to harness and utilize his skills. But with a trainer like Boback, he's a motivational speaker and a motivational teacher. See, Terrence kind of reminds me of Roy Jones. Roy Jones was the best athlete to ever lace up a boxing glove. And anybody would tell you, Roy Jones is the most athletic fighter to ever fight. And Roy was the man. But one thing you can know about Roy didn't have hardly any fundamentals. Things that Roy would do in a fight, you would not teach to another boxer. You see, Roy tried to teach Eubank Jr. And Eubank Jr. tried half the things that Roy did, and he looked terrible. Roy is an anomaly. And when you're the athletic fighter, you can do things like that. Like Zab Judah was extremely athletic. And Floyd Mayweather was athletic as well, but he was also fundamentally sound. That's why Floyd knew if he outlasted Zab, if he could go through the first 6 rounds, then he would beat Zab. But honestly, Zab was a better fighter than Floyd. He really was, if you think about it. And Floyd knew that. But Floyd also knew he had to outlast Zab, and he did. And that's what he did. And then when Zab got tired, then Floyd put on the brakes, and he beat the brakes off of him. He lifted the wheels, undid the tires, and beat the brakes off Zab. But that's what I'm saying. Terrence Crawford, if his fundamentals was up higher, Terrence Crawford is no limit to what he could have accomplished. Not saying he didn't accomplish as much now, but if he was trained by Derrick James and Terrence Crawford would have fought tougher fights, like if he'd have fought Mikey Garcia when he was in the 135 division, or Sergey Lipinets when he was in the 140 division, you know, because he was in the division with the people, or Robert Easter, Crawford would have been through the battles that would have helped to push him on to a greater sphere, a greater level. Like if you ever play Call of Duty or play a game like Gods of War on PS that used to have download content, right? You will get your character all the way to a level 100, and then you will hit this thing called Prestige, and it'll start you back at level 1, but you'll be in a different tier. Like when you start off at level 1, your attributes will be boosted up because you prestiged, and like you prestige like 5 times, and you get all the god weapons and stuff. But each time you start back over, your attributes are greater as you start. Like at first you start off with like 5 hit, 5 punch, 5 jump, 5. When you prestige, you start off with like 11 in each one of them. But each time you level up, it jumps up anyway. So when you reach 100 again, it'll be higher than it was last time. And then you prestige that, and so on and so on. Errol Spence, when he fought Kell Brook, he reached his ceiling. Then he busted through that ceiling. Then he cycled back up, and he keeps busting through with the tough competition. And Crawford hasn't had a competition to make him think or hurt yet. And that's what I wanted to see. Like if he could have got that Thurman fight or Garcia fight, somebody that would have pushed Crawford to make him adjust to do his limit. The Sean Porter fight was great as it lasted, but that wasn't the same Sean Porter we was accustomed to seeing. Sean Porter had a 6-week training camp, and he didn't even do much road work. When he fought Errol Spence, he had a 6-month training camp with 5 different coaches. That's a whole different level of preparedness. And Sean Porter was fighting Earl for his father's love because his father was once Earl's coach, and he always favored Earl over his son in Sean's eyes. So Sean was fighting for his father's love. So that's why he always is chippy with Earl. But Bud could have been so much greater if his competition would have rose. And see, that's what Top Rank do. They mess up our fighters because they don't let the competition really build. Like, they got the perfect matchmakers. They make their fighters look good, just like Golden Boy. And you see what happens soon as Jaime Munguia got in there with Sergey Deverenchenko. With a record like Jaime Munguia, he's supposed to mash that guy. Just like Bivol exposed their other guy. Zerdo Ramirez was nothing. And I said it. I said Zerdo Ramirez is 44-0, but he's a C-level fighter that's been fighting E and F level trash cans. Just like Edward Malenga. He got 16 first round knockouts, but Edward been fighting all people off the street that probably just started. And you see his last 3 fights, he's arguably lost them. But they've been giving him gift decisions so he can be sacrificed to somebody else. See, like, he's one of them people that get on the record with an undefeated record that somebody get to put the name for. See, that's what Top Rank do. They got a lot of sacrificial lambs, and they got a lot of people that they just throw in there that's just trying to get a payday. And see, it's easy to pad your stats and pad your record for a big fight. And that's what I'm saying. You can't be a box rec or Wikipedia warrior and look at these fighters by their resumes and think you just pick the winner, because you got to see what type of fight a person's been through. Prince Nassim Hamed was a hell of a fighter. And on paper, he's supposed to destroy Marco Antonio Barrera. But he was all athleticism and no fundamentals. Marco Antonio Barrera beat that man all across the room, all across the ring, from pillar to post, and it wasn't even close. That's what I'm saying. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford will be a great fight for as long as it lasts, just off Terrence Crawford's sheer athleticism. But Errol Spence is tried and true. He's been here before. Just like Terrence Crawford and his crew, just happy to be here. And it's going to show. It's going to show. The experience is going to show. And it's going to be a lot of separation in the first couple rounds. Terrence Crawford hasn't been under this type of pressure. And you just can't jump off the porch into the big ocean when you first learn how to swim, because the riptide, the current, will suck you under. And you ain't going to be able to swim back to shore. And that's what's about to happen. Earl's about to drown this man. And when I say drown him, he's going to take this man's fatigue. And he's going to make Crawford as tired as he's ever been. And no matter how much dog you have in you, fatigue makes cowards out of men. And Crawford is going to get to the point where his arms are so heavy and his body is so broken and his eye is so hurt, and the fight will be so over. But that's your boy Upper Echelon, man. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. I just dropped another dime on you. Peace, love, and blessings, and I'm out.